Hey everybody, it's your sassy gal, and I'm here to tell you that there are some things that you can do that are still free. One of them is your library. Have you been there recently? Okay, I made a list of terms that have to deal with prepping and preparedness. And I'm going to go search on the computer for them and see what turns up in the reference section or information, that kind of thing. And these are the terms I'm going to be searching for. Prepping, preparedness, canning, homesteading, depression era, cooking, cooking cheap, survival, backyard garden, small space gardening, saving money, long-term food storage, wills, property rights, raising chickens, goats, sheep, living off-grid. These are the ones I'm just going to get started with tonight. Okay, here's what turned up for the term prepping. There weren't a lot of search results with just that one term. As we go down and we scroll a little bit, we can see that there's like SAT prep and some other things about test prepping and things. So we're going to move on. Okay, the term preparedness turned up a few things. Check this out. In case you get hit by a bus, how to organize your life for when you're not around later. Okay, not what I had in mind, but we did have a few more things show up. How to prepare for climate change. That was not quite on my mind. So disaster diaries, preparing for the apocalypse, Millennials Guide to Preparedness for Parenting. This one's self-sufficiency and survival. That looks good. Oh, look here, natural first aid handbook. That one looks good. The DOJ, yeah. So, okay, we're going to move on. The search term canning brought up a good bit, as I thought it would. You've got lots of books here about canning cookbooks, canning and preserving for dummies, pressure canning for beginners. That would be good, especially if you're new to canning. Better Homes and Gardens, more of these canning for dummies books. That's kind of up my alley. Preservation pantry, that sounds good. So the term homesteading, that brought up another good search result. And we've got backyard homesteading, urban homesteading, homesteading in the plains. Of course, that's Laura Ingalls. Backyard homesteading and more holistic homesteading. These are all good for those of us. Ooh, city homesteader. For those of us who might have smaller properties or more city dwelling. So that's a good term. Okay, cooking cheap is fairly random. We have cook cheap. Let's see, how to feed yourself. Good and cheap, eat well for $4 a day. That would be interesting. Let's see, we've got good and cheap eats dinner in 30 minutes. That might be something. These might give us some recipes for quick and easy meals. So this wasn't too bad. So I typed in survival and we had different things here. We've got like self-defense and then how to survive major disasters. We have man versus wild. Be a hero. Can you survive the desert? I think there was some foraging things in here. So this is not too bad. This is a different topic than what I was thinking about, more self-defense oriented. Do you remember how to search for books in the library? Here, I'll show you how. Okay, when I got home, I immediately got into this book because I wanted to see what kind of $5 dinners this mom came up with, and also what size family she is cooking for. My family does not fit the template that seems to be here in the United States of 2 kids, you know, so you have a family of 4. We're a family of 5. Anyway, I went to see how old this book is, and it's copyright 2009. So that ought to tell us a good deal of like how things have changed. And just in my initial looking in the book last night at the library, look at these prices. This is 2009, and these reflect the lowest sale prices from the first half of 2009. So these are, remember, they're sale prices. I don't know what the regular price would be for some of these things, but she's getting them on sale. She talks about couponing and you know, shopping the sales cycles so that you get the lowest bottom price and then you stock up when the things are on sale. But if you can look at this, when you're looking at ground chuck, $1.79 a pound, today, I don't know what the regular price would have been on that, but today that's $5.99 a pound. And so I did the math on that. And so in how many years is this? 14 years. The price has risen 243%. So that is pretty scary. However, I have gotten some ground chuck or ground beef even for $3.99 here recently. So what I'm going to do is go through this book and go through the recipes that she has. And let's say for this beef taco recipe, she has everything priced out. For example, 1 cup of white rice is 20 cents. So what you would need to do is, you know, figure out how much rice you have and then figure it out the servings and how much 1 cup would be. So, you know, so you have to do a little bit of math, but she came up with this recipe. The cost was $4.91 to feed her family of 4, okay, 2 adults, 2 kids. I don't think she mentions how old her kids are. I might find that out when I start digging into the book a little bit more. Again, this was just my initial assessment. And so she's finding things, you know, like lettuce and tomatoes, cheddar cheese. So what I will do is I'm going to try to find out how much this would cost for me to do it for my family of 5 and to see if I can get this anywhere close to $5 with today's inflation prices. So I think she needs to do another book. Miss Erin Chase would need to do another book, call it the Inflation Dinner Mom, you know, what this would cost in today's prices. But I'm going to go through here and just try to find some of this out. And I will be doing some videos on that because, one, I want to show you how you can figure this out. And it's not very hard to do that. It's just time consuming that you would have to try to break down this recipe to get a total. So I think this is going to still be a valuable book as far as cooking cheap. This was under the Cook Cheap search that I did and found this book. And so we're going to have some fun with this. And I'll also maybe do some reviews on the other books. But let me know, did you have a favorite book from the haul today? Y'all take care. Stay sassy, but keep it classy.